Okay, so that was Eggman's anti-gravity ray, and to make sure I get caught up relatively quick, I'm gonna make sure this review is relatively short. So I'm gonna tell you what I liked, what I didn't like, and of course I'm gonna give it a score. So starting with what I didn't like, again, I don't know if this is a trend I'm seeing, or if it's just because they happen to order them in this way for the Sonic Boom Season 2, but it seems like this is yet another It seemed like this was another Eggman-centric episode. Not that that's a bad thing, but I don't... This many in a row? It seems like we've had like 4 or 5. And in this one, Eggman didn't really even seem to do anything. I guess the star of this episode would be Cubot with the anti-gravity ray stuck on his head. And then he turned into this sort of godlike figure who is blessing people with anti-gravity, which was in one way or another gonna eventually kill them if they didn't stop that. The stakes were actually pretty high, but like, come on, we knew they weren't gonna die. That wouldn't be canon, as we saw. Canon got messed up in this one. Yeah, I liked a lot of the... Okay, I gotta start with what I didn't like. What I didn't like was, despite this being an Eggman-centered episode, Cubot, Eggman, Sonic, and Friends kind of all share the spotlight in this one. Though it really was... Eggman's presence throughout this episode really felt unnecessary. Like, we could have started with him setting up for the anti-gravity ray, and I don't know, he could have just went off and, been inventing the shoes the whole time throughout the whole episode, and have Cubot go on this anti-gravity thing without him, without him just doing this random stuff on the side like trying to make french fries, because those gags didn't really seem to pay off for me as much as some of the other jokes and stuff in this episode. It really felt like he was just kind of there, and if Eggman's gonna be there, I prefer either he's contributing in some way, shape, or form, or at least being funny. He didn't really seem that funny in this episode, at least to me. That being said, the things I did like about this episode, I like the plot of the episode. I like that Cubot became this weird figure that was obsessed with making people float. I don't know if that was an intentional, maybe it's reference. I doubt it, because I figured they would have Red Balloon or some sort of everybody floats up here sort of thing, but that's kind of what I don't know if that was an intentional joke, or maybe I'm looking too hard into it, but that's what I got out of that. I liked a lot of the jokes in this episode, such as the let's see, the cannon joke made me laugh a little bit. Let me quickly run through, because now I'm trying to remember which jokes I actually liked. Oh yeah, this joke, Knuckles becoming super intelligent for just a brief moment. That was odd, but I guess even dumb people have moments of intelligence. So yeah, let's see, continuing on, looking for more jokes. Yeah, there's just a couple jokes here and there that were really good. Other than that, it just seemed like kind of a meh episode, I'm not sure how I really feel on this one. It didn't really stick out too much for me. Again, there were more moments in this episode rather than the episode being good itself, at least in my opinion. I gotta keep saying that. I don't know. I didn't really feel too strongly one way or another, and it seems like that's the way I've been feeling about a lot of these episodes. I haven't really felt that they were necessarily bad, but not necessarily good or standoutish either. It's kind of been this middle ground for me, and I don't know if that's because maybe I need to watch some more things to maybe, get my mind out of this state. Maybe these episodes are actually better than I'm thinking they are, but it's just maybe I'm in such a state right now that I'm starting to see that these episodes are all kind of falling into average territory. Again, a lot of funny jokes in here. The jokes did seem smart this time around. Whoever the writer was for a lot of this humor did pretty good. I will say, just to keep this review relatively short so I can move on to the next reaction, so that one isn't as late. I will give this episode about a 7.1 out of 10. Just kind of on it. I didn't feel too strongly one way or another, and I feel like that's a cop-out to say, but honestly, I mean, I can't change how I feel on this, guys. But if you guys liked it, be sure to let me know why in the comment section below. Hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe to the Wolfie reaction for more videos like this one if you haven't already. Or if you didn't like it, also tell me. I'm genuinely curious to what you guys thought about this one, even though I know I'm like 2 weeks late on this. Appreciate you guys' patience. Let's move on to the next reaction video, which will hopefully be out soon after this one. I can't promise anything, but I'm hoping to get back on schedule. For now, I'm going to work on the next one right after this one, so I'm probably going to be using the same clothes and everything. It might be a little darker. In the meantime, stay tuned, everyone. I will see you all next time.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.